Happy Thursday, friends. Top of the evening to you.
But you ain't just exactly sure what's hip. So you start to let your hair grow, spend big bucks to top your wardrobe. But somehow you know there's much more to the trip. What is hip? Tell me if you think you know. What is hip? If you're really hip, the passing years will show you in a hip trip.
I also like turtles. What's up, Guapo? How are you, brother? I'm just scanning some cannabis news. There's really not shit, dude. I mean,
You should be satisfied, but still it ain't quite right.
So, hey, thank you to my buddy John.
Oh, that's a good one.
Up in an early episode, just this morning, you said that Dave and I could record on time.
I like that.
We are going to put
Y'all can find my bud John's reviews on
we were going to put on our
Two Dope Dudes
and,
YouTube channel.
We're going to have
Leave a like, give a review.
my buddy John's episode. He is going to review New Era
Oh, nice.
and Interstate 420 Project
Fire.
903. These were
Honestly, fucking,
taken on
hold on, I'm gonna listen to it. Can we listen to it again? Do you want to? 1 second. Let me see this. I was not,
John has actually purchased himself to review for you. That's how cool John is.
what's up, Gawani?
And again, John, you're the man. We appreciate you, dude, a whole lot. So without any further ado, John's going to rate, or he is going to review New Era Gorilla and Interstate 420 Project 903.
Fly Guy cards.
Oh, is it Royal Gorilla?
Ooh,
He-
New Era
I don't
Aurora
know.
sending love. Dude,
Maybe-
I love
maybe
all of you.
maybe I
Who
copied
is
it
Fly
wrong.
Guy
If it's Royal
cards?
Gorilla, then that's what it is.
Could be.
We'll see.
Oh my god, I love you guys. Jeff, holy fuck! Jeff, what's good, dude? Oh, I fucking miss you. Maria! Holy... I love you guys. Look at it.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks,
My
Dave.
bud John.
Welcome back to John's Reviews and Reports. Today we're starting with Royal Gorilla from New Era.
It's loud
I
or
would
not?
show it to you guys, but I just left it in a different room and I don't have it right now. So
Early Dawson.
let's pretend. We got New Era, Royal Gorilla. This one kind of lands right in the middle lane. You crack the jar, you get a nice hashy aroma. It's kind of earthy. It's not very loud, but it's not really dead either. The bud structure is decent. It's got a little frost on it. Kind of nice to see. It's not heavy, not weak. It's just kind of lets you know it's sort of been handled decently. The texture is kind of that, what to be expected is sort of that dry crispiness,
Dude.
but it's got that nice
Can I review
sticky texture, what we're
You're-
used to
you're
seeing back in
nailing-
the day, that sticky icky.
everything?
It's not really fresh, but it's not turning into dust. So I don't really mind it. You break it down, smoke it, the flavor carries through. It's got some nice hash notes to it. It's just nice, smooth, solid, functional smoke.
He's a good
It's
dude,
one of
Jeff.
those smokes that gets you through your day, takes some edge off. You can still be a little productive. But let's not really overhype this one. It's kind of one you might go back and purchase again if it's the right price, but it's not one you're going to like bring over to your friend's house and brag about it. It's good enough to smoke. Let's just say that. Now we're going to move on to the Interstate 420. These are the Project 903 pre-rolls.
I'm gonna make a statement
We
about
sell a
these.
lot of these over where we're at. There is some news on the pipeline that they're going to be changing the new era pre rolls from a 0.7 gram to a full gram. That's going to be kind of cool as long as they could keep their rolls smoking the way that they smoke currently. A
No,
lot of the full gram pre rolls out there just kind of canoe and they just don't smoke right. You got to mess with them a little bit. These tend to be pretty sturdy and solid, and you just kind of light them, smoke them. They're pretty good to go. The 903 was decent, a little bit strong on the THC. That's why a lot of people pick it up.
dude, I gotta say it. You are being you are being the most. What's up, Sean Whitney? You're being the most honest and professional, and like these are the kind of reviews I hope for. And it's even better that it's coming from like somebody who knows. But I would honestly say the same things about that whole product line. There's a few wins, right? There's a few things that stand out and that have been really exceptional. But like there's a consistency in these joints where they're okay. They don't like a lot of their stuff like it's okay, and like you nailed every bit of the explanation of it. And these things here are always so overground. They always feel so they got a coffee grinder that they're grinding these.
Um, I just found it kind of to be decent every day. Nothing to brag about, nothing to write home to. You break one apart. This stuff is straight dust.
Dust.
Probably why you got to loosen them up sometimes, because once you get smoking it, that resin kind of coats up in that dust and it just clogs it.
Yeah, it doesn't even
Uh,
canoe.
Makes it impossible to smoke, and most people find they have to dump them out anyway. Honestly, I find with these, you just kind of squeeze them, make sure that they work properly when you go to light them and smoke them. Project 903 was decent.
I like the review of the flower, but I also like that you're
Can't
explaining to
say I got a
people
lot
that you
of
should be massaging these
flavor
joints 'cause
off
you're
of it.
buying
It was
them.
just a joint. I had 5 of them. They were all honestly kind of lackluster. I am very unprepared this week. I do not know what I am doing next week. I apologize, guys. I've had some things going on at home, and it's been a rough one. So we'll let you just let you know what you got next time when we do it. Sorry, but until next
Nothing to
time,
be
boys.
sorry about,
Let's
too.
blaze.
I appreciate the apology. It's a real um
Oh yeah, let's play.
aware response. It's something that somebody who is aware of themselves in space and time would do, but yeah, there's no apology needed. I appreciate these things a ton. Honestly, it's been nice to hear like the things that you know are things that I know to be true about a lot of these products coming from you, but then also I like to hear that because then the rest of the products I'm like, well, if he's saying it's good, then I would run with it. Um and I think that's what like a lot of the bud tending world is. Find the people that you trust who know that do it well and then go hang out with them. And this guy knows how to do it well. Honestly, fucking Jeff used to get some smoke. He was always his enthusiasm sometimes for different flower products was the only reason I spent money buying flower products a lot of times at when I used to work there with y'all. So yeah, I love it. These reviews are top notch and a lot of fun to be a Normandy. Normandale? Nomandale. Nomadale. Dude, I'm saying a lot of words over here. What the hell am I doing? Nomad, Illinois. That was a lot. You had me on Nomadale, bro. I sound like a Nomadale over here trying to talk about Nomad, Illinois. Um, I'm so sorry. Oh, I hope. All right. Yeah, Nomad, Illinois. I'm into that. Um, Today, I witnessed a man hit a hole in one in golf. I'm kind of I'm riding his high. Y'all don't understand how excited I was. Oh, I can't wait until Chi-Town Hi-Fi gets in here, because that's one of my golfing buddies. And, yeah. Hole in one in the ball golf is kind of a sicko thing. He said, golfed it. He golfed it right in there. Y'all heard what John said. He said, let's blaze. I'm down to smoke one if y'all will smoke. Hopefully I got flour in here. Damn shame if I didn't, just like I don't. I don't know why. What time do you want me to come to the flex? I need to hit up Big Cat, see if he's gonna do it. This is that WAP. This is that corpse paint. Stuff actually smokes pretty good. I'll tell you what though, not as good as the other stuff. The flower that I'll never remember the name of, because I don't know what it is. And I love the stuff so much, I just don't remember the name of it.
He gave her his townhouse and his racing horses. Each meal she ate was a dozen courses. She had $1 million worth of nickels.
The 13th of this month? What the hell is what day is that? That's like the middle of the week or something. Oh, June. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna come up with it in 1 second. Will our buddy be there? I know his real name, and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his internet name. Satisfied Mind. Or boy, is that him? No. Damn, I'm crying. Dude. Oh, it's so, I don't know why. Like, once I associate your name with your name, I lose the fucking internet name. I'm trying hard. But yeah, daily. We'll daily be there. Wait, better question. Will maple bacon cheese curds be there? Because if not, a strong strike against it, okay? Alright, I respect the daily will be. And that's a good reason for me to go. But I also... Oh, actually, I think I'm out of town. We'll see. I might be out of town that weekend. What's up, brother? Oh, yep. I don't know if anybody cares or if there's anybody out there who wants to talk a quick story about cannabis, because this matters to me a minimal amount. But yeah, to the market, it should also. All right, I finally got cannabis in here. Cheers to you all. Love y'all. Thanks for being around. Why Tilray brands may finally enter the U.S. cannabis market. Um, sees a Tilray CEO Irwin Simon sees a future where cannabis is treated like other medicine prescribed by doctors and tailored to patients' needs. How the hell is a doctor going to tailor this shit to a patient's needs? This was the whole reason I opened this, and to draw a question to all of my friends here. Fucking um standardized dosing. This is a question for everybody who's been around cannabis, themselves individually, especially if my friends from New Era are still around. If you all are hearing this, think about the different people that have sat in front of you or come in front of you that are consumers, whether medicinal or non-medicinal, whatever. And think about the differences in what individuals consume. Think about who stood in front of you. Some of the biggest guys in the entire world who are terrified of a 5 milligram gummy, and some of the daintiest, old, frail, tiny women who fucking are eating hundreds of milligrams of fucking edibles at a time. We've got just the extremes, like anything that you can think of. You got people smoking, 5 joints a day. You got some people that make 5 joints last 2 months. Right? So the only reason I'm bringing up all these extremes is because how the fuck does anybody standardize a dose? And what I think more that happens is some arbitrary numbers come out that look exactly like the 0.08 by alcohol, by blood volume alcohol, whatever the fuck it is, for liquor, right? Like, it's just an arbitrary number that they threw out there and said, well, this is your drinking, your threshold before you're intoxicated or you're inebriated, and then from there, anything past that means that you're just in the same ballpark as everybody else. And I think all of us understand that that isn't necessarily. It's the same thing where, like, I don't see the point where a doctor, nonetheless, especially doctors who aren't going to school for medicinal cannabis. It's hard enough. It's already an 8-year degree to learn Western medicine, and some of them don't do that very well. A lot of them don't do that very well, and I'm not trying to be a hater. We just see the misprescription rate, the poor execution of surgeries sometimes. So there's a lot of things over there that they could still get better at without them having to start worrying about how to properly dose cannabis. And so Tilray, they're a bigger deal, I would say, in the cannabis space economically, right? They hold a bigger stock. They're okay, they're whatever, but they have a name for themselves. They've been one of the longest publicly traded companies, okay? So for this guy to come out and say these things, he's hoping that this thing is just like other medicine that is prescribed by doctors, which technically at this point, it's only allowed by doctors for the medical purposes. And so true will it be when Schedule 3 becomes a real thing for each one of the licenses that is applied for it. So there won't be a big difference. The way that you will sign up to be a medical patient will be the exact same. It's weird, but the tailored to patient's needs, I just don't understand how you think that that's gonna happen. Are they gonna have every strength 5 milligram, 10 milligram, 15 milligram, 20 milligram, 30 milligram, or are like, and granted, you could give them a 5 and a 10. You could say, oh, well, you need the you know, the 1-to-1 or the 2-to-1, but that's not tailoring it to a patient's needs. And what I say a lot of times is you take your health into your hand, understand what you might need, understand what feels good to you and what benefits you, and use that. Having somebody try to tell you what you need to do is a cop out. It's the same thing with Western medicine in a lot of ways too, where people go, okay, as long as I show up to the doctor's office, then I'm healthcare. I've taken care of my health because I go to the healthcare facility. I'm saying people aren't eating better, exercising more, whatever. And those are things that will take care of your health. They'll help you go. Motion is lotion, baby. But I think that you're better at telling what you might need with cannabis. And this is why I still like the way that things are set up now. With the guidance of people like John and Maria and Jeff, you have a better chance of getting a thing tailored to you because they get to know you over a couple of experiences. They've bounced ideas off of you. They can read your purchase history. They know everything about all of the products that you purchased before and currently. And so, you know what I mean? Like, there's just why would a doctor's office or why would any doctors even want to take that on? And I'm not saying that there aren't doctors out there that are smart enough to take on a little bit of cannabis knowledge too, or enough cannabis knowledge in conjunction with the Western treatments that they already know. But when you really break down what they do over there too, there's classes of different drugs with different names. It's kind of the same thing that we deal with in the ideas of like sativa indica hybrid, you know, edibles, oral, sublinguals, topicals, inhalables, right? Like all of those different categories mean something different that gives some kind of a different effect. In the same way in Western medicine, they just have different classes of medication. It's just what prescription or what name do you want to give the thing? Who is the manufacturer? And that's what cannabis kind of is becoming. Cannabis just has a lot more competition than Western medicine does. And I like that for us. I like that for the consumer. I like that for people who are looking for medical benefit, who want a wider variety of stuff. But one of the world's leading medical cannabis companies. But one that's deliberately steered away from the U.S. Simon envisions a future where cannabis is treated just like any other medicine, prescribed by doctors and tailored to patients' needs. Missouri currently boasts medical cannabis operations in 20 countries, including Canada, where a 7 million square foot cultivation facility, a 7 million square foot cultivation. Do you understand, in Illinois, the biggest one we got is 220,000 square feet. Okay? This thing is 35 times bigger than that. Now, okay, take away a few. It's maybe 33 or whatever the hell it is because of the extra 20,000, right? Because every million, you got an extra 100,000. So if you're 7 million, you're 6. Yeah, you're right under 33 times as big as the biggest cultivation centers we have in Illinois. And these people are sitting on products sometimes. It's sitting in the vault getting stale. But they're going to use it later on because cannabis is just a big recycling system. They're going to make some spray on edibles. Yeah. Not trying to be too big of a hater, but also not too big of an optimist in this space either. Sometimes, right? But very optimistic about the future of cannabis and all of the people who are part of the industry who are like homies and real folks, because that's going to perpetuate this thing into a different direction, but not very hopeful for the businessy side of things because each one of them wants to monopolize. There's not a single one of them that doesn't want to take full ownership of all of them. We're waiting for Pepsi or fucking, you know, whatever one of the big monster companies to just start taking stake in one of these things. I'm surprised, honestly, that, and I don't know, it might be under his portfolio somewhere, that old SpaceX doesn't invest into this. It makes sense. Hemp is a great fucking insulator for batteries and things. They actually have made some pretty cool batteries that work off of hemp. And so hopefully, you know. New laws cut cannabis arrests? Where the hell is this? But racial disparities persist? This is true. Texas, Austin, Texas. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, fucking Texas. Whatever. Protecting kids means protecting the legal cannabis market. Man, y'all have heard me talk before. I hope that prescription-wise, I hope that a doctor intervenes more. And this is where if doctors come out more and are tailoring dosages and having consistent dosages of things, for children, it might be great, honestly. Because, again, start them at a place and then you're able to do math a little bit better to make sure that they're not going too far in one direction or the other. Yeah. Minnesota teens continue to report declining rates of cannabis use. Look at this. How funny is that? Protecting kids means protecting the legal cannabis market. Minnesota teens continue to report declining rates of cannabis use. What kids are we protecting? The fucking kids that have access to it or that are smart enough to use it they're protecting themselves. They don't even want it. And I'm telling you all right now, anatomically and physiologically, if you don't need to use cannabis until you're 26 years of age, don't. It doesn't make sense. Once you're past 26, and I mean that for alcohol, I mean it for any prescription that you can do, your body is growing at that point. We start to hit a peak kind of around the age of 26, and then it starts to slowly taper off. And you can stay at that peak for a long time. You keep yourself healthy, work out, eat right, all of that. You can keep yourself at your peak for a long time, but if you don't need to use it until you're 26, don't. Allow your body to physically and psychologically fully develop to the point. But there are a lot of people who benefit from the use of cannabis under the age of 26. I do fully believe in proper dosing, and I hope that everybody does. I think a lot of us are regular users who, I just know what the hell I'm going to do, so let me be. I'm just going to do what I want, and you all can do it too, and you all should. I do think that there is a space for smaller consumption. I've been saying it a lot lately, and I actually mean it. The more that I see research come out, the more that we're seeing, we can kind of piece the puzzle together a little bit. Maybe it is because of the way that cannabis is produced now, to be this THC rich, whatever, that we've broken cannabis. Not in a way that's like ineffective, but in a way that could be theoretically more harmful. I mean, we are seeing higher rates of heart attack and stroke due to the very rich THC consumption or diets that we have nowadays. And it is, it's just like anything else. You can do too much of anything. You can have so much caffeine that it blows your heart up. So there's got to be a point here. There's got to be a threshold. And even as badass as all of us might be by consuming as much as we have at different points in our lives, we stayed inside the tent with the leaf blower for the longest amount of time, or we stayed in the gas mask for the longest, or we had the 3-foot with the big slide on it, or we had the gravity bong with the 4 hoses on it that was in the bathtub, or whatever the big way that you've consumed before. It's bad. It's cool. But I don't know that it's always as beneficial. And I'm not saying that we haven't had good times doing it. It's that I would love to see proper consumption of cannabis happen, or a thing where it's not hurting people. And everybody says, well, you don't die from over consuming cannabis. And I believe that to be true too. I think in an LD50 test, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago, there isn't really a concrete agreement on the LD50 test of cannabis, what the toxic level of cannabis is. There's been a couple of different takes at it, but all of us can agree that there is a threshold where, yes, this thing should toxically overtake reactions within your system. And for that, and again, it could be hundreds of pounds of smoked flower where you have to consume it within a 15-minute time frame. That's one of the actual stats that's out there. And that's just to toxically shock yourself. That's not even to toxically shock with the potential of ceasing to exist after. You know what I mean? And that's like double it, typically. So you're hundreds and hundreds of pounds. That's one stat at it. There is another stat out there that says 30 grams of concentrate. So, and every one of us has seen somebody do a 5 gram or a 10 gram dab. I don't know if you pay attention to social medias or you have that crazy friend, whatever it is. Or if you yourself have done any big hits. I've taken a gram dab probably 5 to 10 times in my life. And I don't know that I enjoyed any one of them. It's so harsh on the lungs. It is almost way too much in the brain space. It's so uncomfortable. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Especially if you go super hot at the thing. I don't know how you cold start a fucking full G to begin with, but I'm still coughing from the last one. That's my point exactly. And it's a very beautiful way of consumption. It's very clean. Yeah. With a torch for sure, but also with an electronic rig, you could do it also. But you'd have to have the proper head to it. But yeah, cold start it, maybe kind of get through it a little bit easier. I don't know.
I'll tell you all my biggest fears when the moon is all I see. The whole world makes sense to me, and I can't ever get no sleep. So wide awake, I live my dreams.
Got my mood right.
Don't know if I do it right. Don't know what to do with life. Have you seen the moon?
But yeah, there's honestly, in the news world of things, there's just so meh. Virtual cannabis career fair connects job seekers with Massachusetts businesses. Oh, I was hoping they said fucking virtual jobs. I would do a virtual cannabis job right now. If you want the truth, I would do everything that I'm doing in a cannabis job virtually. I will do it right now too. I'm super into looking through menus and trying to find quality products that make the most sense. You're not supposed to show menus on cannabis menus on YouTube because they don't like that. So I would have to do it like this. I would just sit here and I would look at the menu and whatever, but I love perusing menus and trying to find what would most medicinally benefit you. Now, granted, at that point, we would probably have to talk about you a little bit, find out what conditions you were trying to, or symptoms you were trying to alleviate, but I would do all that shit for free right here. Virtual bud tending. I mean, go see the pros, okay? Jeff, Maria, and John. But what doctors want you to know about cannabis and health? Oh, right here. New research raises concerns about safety of higher THC medicinal cannabis products in Australia. Yeah, I'm actually gonna read this. I didn't get that far. I'm gonna look at this one too. Checking your connection. Get me in there. Humana, and again, down under, they do some good research down there. So, Humanities University research has found that more than half of all adverse events reported to Australia Medicine's regulator involving medical cannabis were linked to higher THC products. With psychiatric disorders, the most commonly reported adverse reaction. Again, there is a place where this is what I'm saying too. Like, the cannabis of now is not the cannabis of the past. All of us have grown with it and grown through it and built up tolerances over a longer period. I, as somebody who quit for long enough to kill my tolerance altogether, telling you all, stop for long enough where you don't have a tolerance anymore and then get back into it. There are going to be a few times where you're like, what the fuck am I doing? And it literally led me to getting CBD in a consistency so I could just get that back in my system a little bit. I do think that more robust cannabinoid profile cannabis is going to be the future. I do think that something with a less THC will be the future. I've sat in front of a lot of people who are cannabis company owners and growers, and I've preached this thing to them quite regularly, and we've recently seen a shift towards them putting excess cannabinoids, not because of me, because it's what's the progression has to happen. That we've seen them mix more cannabinoids, THCV, CBN, CBG, CBC, really being the most of them. Obviously, THC and CBD, they've been mixing them up a little bit since medical cannabis has been a thing, so that's okay. But these other four are brilliant. Now, if we just decrease the THC a bit and increase the other five a little bit, right? Oh, how much better could the product we are consuming be? But Australia's significant shift in medical cannabis prescribing in recent years from products with lower THC concentrations to higher THC products. More than 1,000 unregistered medical cannabis products are now available for prescription in Australia, none of which have been assessed by the Therapeutic Goods Administration for efficacy, safety, or quality. Okay, I do kind of want to see that. A study published in the Australian New Zealand Journal of Psychiatry examined 1,124 adverse events from 614 reports made to the TGA involving medical cannabis between mid-2022 and May 2025. Researchers from that category, 5 products which can contain THC concentrations ranging from 13% to more than 88%, accounted for more than half of all adverse events reported. Wait, event reports, 54.1%. So they're saying above 13% THC. Now, it's hard to go off of a percent and compare it to a milligram, right? Milligram is a real measurement of dosing. Saying percentages will never help anybody. That's why when they say, percent of THC on flower, it means nothing. Percent of THC in concentrate, it means nothing. There is a truth to what THC is capable of doing, but this research is saying, it could be more adverse what the high THC yielding stuff does. But anyway, dried flower is the most common product form involved, followed by oral liquids and e-cigarette products. So there's not even like edibles. Well, they might be there, but it's not a big thing. Psychiatric disorders were the leading category of adverse events, reported overall 30.6%, and higher THC products specifically 31.9%. The most frequently reported psychiatric adverse reactions to higher THC products were anxiety, psychotic disorder, and paranoia. 14 cases involved suicidal ideation, suicidal behavior, or suicide attempt. Typically, there is a reason for that, right? There tends to be a pre-existing thing, and cannabis is the escape for and from that thing. That's why, like, a lot of the I take a lot of the public information, the things where the doctor takes a massive group and gives them just a questionnaire, or they go, hey, within the last 3 years, what did you go through? And in that, they try to extrapolate a truth from it or a fact about it. And the facts that they extrapolate from it often are statistical, they are numeric, and they come up with things like 30.6% of the reported overall, but specifically 31.9%. They're all of these numbers side by side. It means about as much as 13% and 88, because we don't know pre-existing condition. We don't know physiological response. We don't know diet. We don't know exercise. We don't know home life. We don't know anything other than they are a consumer of the products. So, but this is worthy of recognizing. It's recognizable to, you know, or we should at least pay attention. Respiratory disorders were the fourth most commonly reported adverse event category. I don't know what oh, you know what? I would imagine it to be like shortness of breath. That's gotta be it. Racy heart, but anxiety and things will cause that. Paranoia, right? So, in our earlier analysis, most reports involve combination CBD and THC products. That's good. In this study, higher THC products account for more than half of all reports, and psychiatric disorder, including anxiety, psychotic disorder, and paranoia, are the leading adverse reactions. This is what I'm telling you. I'm not even trying to hide it myself. I've had a few moments of anxiety or paranoia because of coming back to cannabis consumption, and I'm fine now. So I'm telling you, like, I've mentioned it a few times lately, I'm happy to have my tolerance back, because I'm capable of using this thing. And a lot of times I don't know that I need cannabis as much as it is a social thing for me sometime, right? So, like, when I'm doing it socially, I'm not going, okay, I need it. But then there's other times throughout the day where I'm going, okay, I'm just a little bit, I don't know, scattered. And I need my thing to kind of lock me in. And cannabis is that. It is in low dose. It does help crisp up my focus and make me feel a little bit more aware, but more aware in the moment. More capable of handling the things immediately within my reach. Let's check this. Patients with unmet mental health needs are turning to medical cannabis, finds Australian study. Oh, okay, sweet. Let's check this out. New research shows Australian healthcare practitioners are often prescribing medicinal cannabis for psychiatric conditions where the evidence for effectiveness is unclear. Well, and this is it too, is because the doctors don't know what they're saying. There is a lot to be said for the benefit of cannabis for psychiatric disorders. Anxiety, depression, psychiatric, whatever they said in the other report. But they if you're not clear what to do, and a doctor sends you into a place where the people across the counter from you only know how to tell you whether a product is good or not, that can be harder for a medical patient, somebody who's trying to get a benefit from it, especially if they have a pre-existing condition, anything that is psychiatric adverse. So like for Christ's sake, schizophrenia, right? It's the one that I mention all the time because you don't want to be the cause of somebody else's next personality. You don't want to be the reason somebody else starts thinking in a different space, especially when we don't know how healthy the space, like right there. And I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a doctor, so don't ask me. But I also am not afraid to mention to somebody who has schizophrenia that like cannabis could be a great alternative to some of the things that they're using, but it needs to be in a very controlled setting where it's not like, well, let me try a couple of joints or a couple of inhalable products, especially the distillate carts that a lot of people who are first trying cannabis are trying because they taste like Fruit Loop, right? So for a medical patient and somebody who's going to be a part of a research study, especially when a doctor is supposed to be prescribing this, because we think doctors are infallible. Oh, well, they said I should go do it. Well, then I'll go do it. And a lot of you have no clue how many doctors that I had people come in from their own doctor. And there was one guy in the industry who used to tell everybody, but even they come from their own doctor and they go, oh, my doctor said that I need to have Blue Dream. Oh, my doctor said that I need to have a tincture, a little sublingual. That's all I could have. A doctor tried to tell me that if I smoke it, that I should not do flower, that I gotta vape it. And there was all this misinformation coming from doctors where I'm going, okay, why are they saying that though? Well, I don't know. Well, then that's okay, but I don't know if they know why they said it. I can tell you why they might have said it. If they told you not to smoke flower, but to use a vaporizer, it is because long-term combustion of plant material or the inhalation of excess things like butane or tars or resins of any sort isn't necessarily good for your lungs. There is a medical benefit. Cannabis is a bronchodilator. It's something that literally opens the alveoli of the pockets where your lungs absorb air, get more open, and the little tiny places where it feeds the oxygen to the blood become more receptive to the oxygen. So it's a benefit to inhale cannabis for a lot of people. But if you already have an adversity to breathing, if you have asthma or things of that nature, well then COPD, maybe cannabis isn't the thing you should be smoking joints worth of or inhaling at all. But I think lower doses of it, especially through inhalation, could be beneficial to you. So it's a lot of things like that. Like, why would a doctor ever tell somebody to come in and get Blue Dream? Why? I've seen Blue Dream that was high THC, low THC, sativa, indica, and I've seen Blue Dream that has an abundance of CBD in it. Not more than THC, but I've seen some higher dose CBD Blue Dream. All called Blue Dream. Completely grown by 6 different people. Everybody who grows a Blue Dream, you know what? It's going to be different. The only way that it's not different is if the damn thing is grown in the same environment. With the same exact... And this is what they're trying to do in the cultivation centers of nowadays, is become regulated with the light cycles. So this is a guarantee for that plant. That plant always gets this amount of light cycle, gets this amount of watering, gets this amount of nutrients, and we just have it. It's in a sheet. It's in a chart. We just document it. And if that fails, well, go through the list of things that we do to try and fix or remediate the problem, or whatever it is. We've got some shit that we'll spray on the plants, or we've got some things that we'll put in the soil, or we've got right. So all of that is just a checklist of shit where people who are actually good at growing, people who can look at a plant and go, wow, there's something oh, hold on. You guys can't hear Shitty Critter, dude. It's a very Very exclusive song there, that one is. Oh. Continue with work or school single sign-on? Can I do that? Oh, I don't have a email address. All right. Well, that's not even the one I was on anyway. But yeah. I love cannabis. I really do. I think it's one of the neatest to even just call it purely a plant is to discredit its entire capability. But this plant, the thing that just grows out of the ground, right? But gets cultivated into hundreds, if not thousands, if not potentially millions of different products. If this isn't the coolest fucking thing that exists on the whole entire earth, that isn't a human being, I don't know what else is. Tell me something that you can build a house out of, inhale as medicine, eat as medicine, whatever, consume as medicine, make clothing out of, run a vehicle off of, build a vehicle out of, feed your entire livestock, feed yourself, right? Like the uses for this single plant it's silly that we as a human species aren't able to come together and go, holy shit. I think there's a lot of people that have the holy shit moment. I think all of you, listen to me, have had that holy shit moment at one point in your life. And that's why you're still capable of listening to me talk about this plan every week. Because it is that badass of a thing. Every week it's changing. We're watching it happen here. We're watching it on Two Dope Dudes. We're watching it on all of these different things. The Cole Memo, right? Dr. Danknug's show. We're watching it on all of these people in real time. We're watching the changing and the evolution of this plant. And it's not fast. But it's also not complete either. And, you know, my friend Guapo says it a lot of times, don't let perfection be the enemy of good. And I don't see an enemy, right? Like, and it's not that I want perfection for it. I do want perfection for it. What is perfect? In a perfect world, this thing is everything that I just said it is. It's the batteries, it's the fucking houses, it's the medicine, it's the ability to feed, it's the protein source, it's everything. It's animal bedding, okay? There's a million sources or a million things this plant can do. That's perfect. But the basic understandings of what this can do intrapersonally for each individual and for like the interaction of individuals as well. In a place where y'all can clearly see it, there is a struggle out there in the world for people to agree, to come together. There's still wars, right? You know what the war is for? Resources. You know what a lot of us don't have? Resources. Why the fuck are there wars? It's for some very narrow percentage of people who are benefiting from it. And it sucks. But it's also because those very small percentage of people who disagree on it aren't smart enough to work together. Aren't smart. And realistically, if you all work together, which I think at some point they all really do, if you all work together, then you have everything. If you've got all the resources and you can communicate through it, what the fuck are we doing? Chi-Town Hi-Fi, what is going on, my friend? Happy Thursday. Chi-Town Hi-Fi. I went and ball golf today, and I was with a guy who hit a hole-in-one. He was actually my partner. So there is a card out there somewhere that has my name on it with a 1 next to it. I didn't hit it though, but Blackberry. Blackberry Oaks. Hole 12. It was 144 yards today. There is a big piece of water that you have to carry. And I went up, and so it was the guy that was in my cart all day. I went up, he goes, just put one on the green. I was like, all right. And I did. I was actually really good. I had about 8 foot in, maybe 10. And then he went and hit, and the way his ball was coming in across the green, I was like, dude, I should have seen that thing come out the back end. And I didn't. And I was like, bro, I think that went in. He said, no. I said, dude, Diggy, I swear to Christ, that ball, it should have come out into my vision. The way that it was going, it one-hopped, right? And it was hopping in my vision, and then it left my vision. Like, I can't see it anymore. So the only place it could have gone is into the hole. I can see past the hole. I can see it before and past the hole. Like, where the fuck is this ball? And yeah, sure enough, got up there. Ball in the bottom of the cup. It's let me tell you, one of the coolest experiences I've been around. I was for the next couple of holes, my hands were shaking. I was all like so excited. I was so juiced up. Holy shit. I just saw a hole in one. I just witnessed a hole in one. Like I couldn't, you know? Oh, anyway, fucking awesome. Never contribute to malice what you can contribute to incompetence. There's a lot of that exists. After treatment for chronic pain, analysis by the Lambert researchers shows anxiety is the second most common condition being treated with prescribed medical cannabis in Australia. Well, this holds true in most places that use cannabis as a medicine. People who are in pain, it's a more physical response. So doctors are more willing to, because they know the severity of pain that somebody's going through, they're typically more willing to prescribe cannabis and by prescribe, I mean sign off on an individual making the decision because of their qualifications by condition. All it is a recognition of condition. A doctor doesn't prescribe dick, okay? Because a doctor prescription is if a doctor fucking comes in and says, you go home and take 5 milligrams of this 3 times a day. And by this, I mean something very specific. You go home and take, you know, whatever the company's name is. Here's the prescription. But if you're not being prescribed something, you're qualifying for something, and that's what happens out there. But it's easier to quantify, or not. It's easier to touch somebody and they go, oh, ow, than it is to have a conversation with somebody and go, oh, well, this is going to benefit you psychologically, especially if you have psychiatric disorders. Why would a doctor who is aware, and this is literally what it's about, there's a chance that it causes some level of adverse side effect, right? It can cause you more anxiety. It can cause you paranoia. Why would a doctor prescribe anybody that? And it's not like, it's fucked up because the people who would benefit from it more in a setting where a doctor is sitting across from them. A doctor is going to try no matter what to prescribe the medicine that they're comfortable with. The thing that they know that causes people to have an uptick of serotonin or a suppression of their serotonin or a dopamine suppressant, or right, like all of these products that we take out there through a doctor is very calculated. How it plays in the receptors, whether it's increasing it or decreasing it, whatever the brain chemical that it is trying to increase or decrease, cannabis doesn't have that. It doesn't have the, well, it's purely a suppressant or it's purely a uptick, right? It's like, well, it can be something that promotes the binding of serotonin or dopamine. Or it could be the thing that suppresses it in both directions. So how does the doctor prescribe that? And this is why you have to take your health into your Salsa Courier. What is up, brother? Hi to you. You know, I do got a little vape right here. Let's do a little cheers to all my friends out there. I love you all. Thanks again for spending your time. If you have any questions about cannabis ever or any other thing in the world, you want to talk about wild shit, I'll talk about wild shit. But I do love cannabis the most. Before just what the truth is, can't say any. I love you, yes, I love you. Just what can't understand. Yeah. I'd love to be part of the. Oh! What's up, my friend? How's you doing? We got the old. Is drummer in the house? Wait, hold on. Your other account. Yeah. Oh, nice. I need a new computer. My friend Scott said that he may give me a computer here soon, which would be awesome because then I can be aggressive. I want a computer that is stripped clean, absolutely nothing on it, so that I can be ignorant on it. Not ignorant in a bad way, just like, you know, if it gets hacked, it's like not gonna take any information. Yeah. I want a computer. Anyway, congrats on the new computer. I hope you are loving it. Did you buy this new computer? Are you a computer fan? What kind of graphics card did you get? If you did, God, I love fucking. Anyway. Oh, nice. Shut up. No way. I'm so God. Sorry to hear it. I just went through an interview the other day, didn't get that. Listen, here's the thing. Their loss. All right, that's all I'm saying. It's really it was really weird. The interview was really weird. It was weird in the way that I could almost tell the disconnect from the beginning. I mean, it could be the large beard and long hair thing. Some people aren't into that still. That's weird, huh? We're still judging people on how they look. Huh. I mean, it makes sense, kind of, in an animalistic way. Wow. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Stop beating people up, dude. I mean, listen, every once in a while you gotta throw that elbow, you know? But, man, hugs. Fruit punch, not, you know? Anyway, yeah, jump up, and get down. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear it. Wild shit out there. You know what, though? Today reminded me that, every day is a new day, right? I got some people close to me. It's happened actually. A couple of my very close friends have gone through some loss in their life, very close, like mothers, two of them, and then a third one I was just talking to today, same situation, mothers at the end there. And people are going through real shit every day. There's terrible things happening to people every day, and then it just makes me that much more grateful for what I got sometimes. You know, every day could be a hardship, but and if today wasn't that hard, and if the worst thing that happened to you was whatever that was, you know, well then tomorrow could be better. It's gonna get better eventually. It has to, right? Because there's not that consistent event happening consistently. And if there is, if you're in a situation where a terrible consistent event is happening to you, ideally you get out of that situation if you don't have the means to. That's what this community is also for. Talk to some people. These fuckers came at me all handsy, 10 at a time. Jesus Christ! Wow. I don't really like enforcement. It doesn't. Listen, no offense to you. I love you to death. You're somebody that I care about a bunch. You're not somebody that I think would need 10 people to handle them. I'm not saying I don't think you could probably whoop a couple people, you know? But 10 melted brothers. You know what I mean? That's a little different. The old belted brothers. Yeah. How about it? Holy shit, Gawani. That's awesome. Little wow. Dude, I honestly came so close to playing Diablo the other day. And they wanted me to sign in, get the password, and then I tried 2-3 times, and then I didn't get it right, and so I had to reset my password, and I just didn't play. That's literally what prevented me from it, or else I would be a lot of that shit. Pieces of my heart. Oh yeah, but respectfully so. You're all right. You get a little excited. You want to fuck them up. Now, I really would like there to be an ability for. Man, I hate the enforcement idea. It's really weird to be enforced. We can't just have a conversation and figure this out. There's got to be a threshold for, like, we can just talk this out. Yeah. Well, you know, it's hard when we interact with some other people because my truths are my truths, you know? What I think I know, I think I know. But then what you think you know, you really do think you know it. But then when we get disproved, and there are things that are like truths, you know? But Connie, oh my goodness. Happy Thursday, Connie. Hello, hello, hello to you. How have you been? Yeah, but it's not holding it back though, Lauren. I think what really, and I think that's it for me, is like why I feel so comfortable in certain spaces. Like I only let myself be real and true and honest in certain spaces, in very comfortable places. In other settings there is a reserve, and I never want, like, for me personally, my whole life I've never wanted to offend anybody. I've always wanted everybody to fucking like me and be cool. Oh hell yeah. Living the life. Yeah, I've always wanted to be somebody that's liked. If I'm not liked, if I like, I feel like that's like one of my biggest, like, how do I make everybody like me around me? Right? But in that, a lot of times, what I've come to learn over a prolonged period is that if you sit back for that extra split second and you go, okay, I'm not going to be reactory to this, because whatever it is, whether they're living their truths or their facts, whatever it is, it just isn't the truth to me and it isn't a fact to me. So either I listen in and find some of the factualness to it or some of the truth to it. And when I do that, what I realize is that everybody's kind of living their own truth. But if you've fabricated what your truth is and you've lied to yourself for a long time, it's a interpretable situation, you know? And for the people out there, right? I think this is what empathy is, but I also think that, like, it's purely the idea that if I walk a day in your shoes, if I can just be in your shoes for a minute, you know? And because of that, I think it allows me to take the extra second and go, you know what? One, if I'm getting excited about it, it's not worth my time. Two, if I'm getting excited about it, why? But also just listen even harder, because there's got to be something here. And I think what a lot of times what I do is I go, okay, I'm listening in. Well, there's a broken part somewhere in there, but what is it? And I'm not going to ask you, hey, why are you acting the way that you're acting or believing what you believe? I'd rather sit back and listen to you and then find out on my own and then go, oh, well, that draws the line from where you're at to where you're at. And that's just your truths. And I love you for it. I like differences. I think that everybody's neat. Just want to tell you, I met my goal weight and made it. Fuck yeah, Connie. I respect that way more than you know. Actually, I think you know how much I respect it, but I have loved watching you go through that journey, and yeah, to know that you've upheld it and everything, like, kudos to you. And that's it too. Set goals for yourself and then achieve your goals, no matter what it is. Because if you have goals and if you're putting the effort into yourself, it's not even into the goal. It's not into accomplishment. It's not in anything. It's to yourself. If you put the 188 to 125. Holy fuck, Connie. Good for you. That's amazing. Yeah. Good for you. Do you feel great? I know you do. Because when I lost all my weight, you know what's fucked up? I put weight on, so I've gone the opposite. Maybe no more diabetic drugs. Good for you, Con. God damn, that's awesome. Watched a lot of people go through that. I've seen some people. So one of my best friends growing up, we used to call him Big D. We can't even call him Big D anymore. I'm bigger than D now. I told him we were talking the other day. He said, yeah, I'm maintaining fucking. I said, dude, I'm probably bigger than you now. No fucking way. I said, yes, it is, dude. I'm telling you, I put on a good 30, 40 pounds this winter. No, fuck. Like, yeah, he's like, and then he just went on telling me about all his goals that he met and shit. And I was like, damn, dude. And it started to make me kind of be more conscious of it. But I think we all should, right? No matter what other stresses you got going on in your life, it's real easy to put yourself down, put yourself last also, right? Who gives a shit? And then when you do that, it's really easy to make bad decisions on behalf of yourself. One of my favorite guys, does anybody on here know who Derek Washington is? I'm Derek Washington. Anybody? I'll wait for a response. If not, that's okay. But you should know who Derek Washington is. I fucking love that guy. But Derek Washington just came out with an incredible thing talking about, and you know that it's a collective of a bunch, and a lot of people say this too, but he's like, this thing right here, this physical isn't you. It's not who you are. Your physical goes through a bunch of changes. Okay? Sometimes you're big, sometimes you're small, sometimes you're whatever it is. Sometimes you're hurting, sometimes you're fucking strong, whatever it is. Your physical changes a lot. But who you are, who you think you are, what you believe in, how you believe it. And that also goes through seasons of change, but you are in control of it. You're not the same. So there's this real spiritual connection between, and this is hippie kind of stuff, but at the same time, not really. I think it's a reality. We have to be aware that there is a driving force behind the physical thing that we are. And a lot of us don't even look in the damn mirror. Oh, Mr. Chris Frank. Oh, I think so too. But not Derek Washington. He's the man. He does great animal noises. But I think you're right. I think every one of us is. Well, no, but also too, I think a lot of us are underrated. I think both ends. Because I think a lot of people deserve way more than what they got. Recognition, but not just recognition, because I think that that's like what a lot of people are looking for, is the recognition, right? To some degree, we want to feel part of the collective, but I think that a lot more people deserve to be less stressed out by the idea of maybe the monetary process, or, you know, whatever. There's a lot of extra pressures that come from, oh, this is an incredible song, that come societally that aren't, you know, from person to person. But then I think, like, at the same time, from person to person, people should recognize more people. Because I think what's happening is that a lot more of us agree on a lot more things than we think we do. I think that we've allowed, when I was talking about the connection between the physical us and the you that's in your brain, there's a disconnect from the you in your brain and how we interact outwardly and who we interact with. And it's being held back by a lot of, like, things that I don't know if it's systemically put together. Like, you all hear me say it, the religion and the politics and the fucking sports teams and the right? The identities, the sexual preferences, all these bullshit measuring sticks that don't actually tell me who you are, right? The you inside, the mentality, the personality. We hide behind some of these physical traits, or um I think we claim ourselves to be far less capable because of some of the physicalities, and that's a lot of oftentimes not true. Yeah, fear of judgments, absolutely, Connie. And like I was just saying, we all just want to be a part of something. But that's my point, is like more people should be part of more things. Even in by separating ourselves by these categories, right? Where you're only allowed to pick one or the other, especially in something like the political situation. You're only allowed to pick, well, I guess theoretically you can pick the third party, right? They never win. So let's be honest. You have to pick one of two sides. They try to make it as pick a side as they can, and then every one of us goes, okay, well, I kind of lean more this way, or I kind of lean more that way. Some people are die hard as fuck. But then you're like, well, why is that an identifier in your life? Why is red or blue an identifier in your life? You're not a fucking politician. You don't make money from having an opinion on that. And it's not that you can't be aware of politics and you can't understand, but to go at it from a perspective of one direction or the other, and not in a like, well, what's best for all of us humans who actually have way more in common and are way more actually connected, where all of us, I think, have a more the reality of our lives are, we just want to live. You want to eat some good food, you want to hang out with some good people, you want to listen to some good music, you want the toilet to flush when you fucking pull the handle, you want the lights to go on when you flip the light switch. I think some of those things that have become like, you know, whatever, makes it for us to have a comfortable existence where you're not fighting the elements, where you're not fighting the fucking rocks that fall. Well, and rocks falling from the sky is an unfortunate reality that could happen, or the ground spitting hot ground out at you. That's fucking terrifying too. Or the fucking two currents of wind kind of colliding and then causing different things to happen, where a tornado, y'all know tornadoes, them fuckers are scary too. But outside of that, we all should get the fuck along a little better. Goddamn. I'd ask you, why are you afraid of being judged, and by whom? I think that it's not fear's been instilled in us since we were children. Be afraid of this, be afraid of that. Don't trust this person, don't trust that person. It's your society and it sucks. But there's some validity in that, okay? There are some people you can't trust. There are some bad players out there. There are some people that will take advantage of you. How do you defend yourself from being taken advantage of? Or how do we train people to be better at taking care of people instead of taking advantage of folks? And I'm right there with you. I do believe that it's systemically pushed in a way, but I also believe that we build this thing in our... Trust and fear are two different things. Yes, but you could see how they could be intertwined or connected. If you fear somebody, you can't trust them. If you trust somebody, you wouldn't fear them. So there's an antithesis in there that is correlatable, but fear can look a lot of different ways. Where fear for your physicalness looks in one way, but fear of not fitting in looks like another way, right? But both of them could be built on a trust that somebody's given you. You trust that somebody's going to take care of you to not harm you physically, or you trust that whomever is around you is there to benefit you or make you feel accepted. And I think that that is why a lot of times religion gets the attention that it does, because it's an open space where everybody immediately, once you walk through the door, you're the same as everybody else around you. You at least fit into a bigger group. And dude, there's no doubt about it. No matter where you're at, whether you're in a church, whether you're in a sporting event, whether you're in a comedy show, when you're in a place, in a gathering of friends, even a birthday party, when you're in that gathering and there is all that energy flowing around, all the excitement, all the people that you love, the great sounding music, the good food, whatever it is that's around that's causing this big response, can really lean to you being, fucking happy, but also accepted, right? And all of that big feeling of accepted is that same thing that Connie's talking about. It's like, once I'm a part of the collective, holy fuck, does it feel good, right? No matter what it is, no matter what you go to, and everybody's on the same page, that shit's cool. But listen, I went to church probably 3 years ago, a couple of years back, and when people were all singing together, and when people were, it kind of creeped me out a little bit. Some of the prayer, how chanty and how melodic it is. It's not a bad thing, but at the same time, when I'm sitting there, I'm going, wow, all of these people in unison, saying the same words, on the same motions. You didn't make the fucking words up. Christ, you don't know what the fuck they mean. Half of them are some old language that you don't fucking speak, that you don't have a comprehension for, and you're just saying the words. But goddamn, dude, there's a feeling inside that place where it's like there's a connection here. There is right? And that's what a lot of people seek is a connection. And I think that connection on a big group or connection one-on-one, right? Whether you're with your friends or whether you're with your significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever. Yeah. That's not true. I fear this guy, so I'm going to trust what he says. No, I did not say that. Or you're saying I fear him, so I trust what he's going to say in the way that he is a harm. Mecca lecca hi, mecca hiney ho. What up, Ben? What up, Biz? Happy Thursday, boys. People only judge you because they're afraid of their own insecurities. Live your life, work somebody else. It's almost hard not to live without some level of feeling, it's some level of judgment, right? I'm not trying to tell you that you don't, right? Whatever. But I think that there is, yeah, I'm with you. But I think that there is a healthy medium too, where like, it's not that I need to be judged, but I also would like to fit in because it would benefit the collective if we all got along and we all had a more common thought towards something. Specifically, don't bomb each other. Yeah, and Connie, that's exactly it. When you find a group that is accepting, the more you want to be a part of it. Oh, it's great. Everybody here likes me. They talk to me. They want to hear about how I'm doing. It feels good, dude. To have human connection feels good. Not one of us here can deny it. And don't get me wrong, I'm as much as a hermit as the rest of y'all at some points. So I get how having your own personal time is really great too. But there's nothing more than we all want than to find a connection, than to agree with somebody on something. Well, and Chris, there's a level of that where like you're sacrificing parts of yourself, which is a level of enslavement. And I dig what you're saying completely, right? But and I just started, so don't hate me on it. But watch the Vince McMahon fucking documentary, right? Feared in some way, but a lot of people behind him are like, that guy's a fucking moron. And, you know, they knew what his role was in that position. So it's not a fear anymore. It becomes an understanding of what they are. And when they are a boss, when they have the ability to take your livelihood away from you, there becomes a fear of something different than a fear of that person. There becomes a commitment to something different than that person. You're not committing to what they want you to do as much as you're committing to what it is that you need out of the situation. So giving up some things and not being fucking fear is work ethic but like there's a certain point where like treat me like a fucking subhuman or try and get physical with me, and like I can handle myself physically. So if that's what it is, we go fisticuffs. But if it's not that, and it is that you are purely under I'll find another fucking job. I'd rather take a shittier job with less pay doing something else than to have somebody. And this is what I did within my last position of work. There was somebody that I felt manipulated by and who couldn't fucking mind the way that they spoke to other humans. They only cared about themselves. I know that they only cared about themselves by them talking in third person all the time. If you can't stop saying your own fucking name, then there is something wrong. There's a disconnect that doesn't make sense to me. And when you're so worried about saying your own name that you forget that you're talking to somebody else, and not only just talking to somebody, but belittling, you're not helping anymore. You're actually hurting them. And like, it's a fucking grown up female. Like, I'm not going to fight you. I can't get to the point where like, if a dude disrespects me, oh, fine. We go out back. We handle it. Me and you as some men, we fight each other and then we're done. And we shake each other's hands. We go back and say, I can't do that with a fucking, you see what I'm saying? So what's my option? Walk away, dude. I can't allow that to happen. And have I allowed it to happen? Would my financial situation currently be substantially better than what it is if I hadn't allowed it to happen? Of course. And do I love running a dispensary? Maybe not, right? Like, I don't care up or down. Being in the cannabis space, being around cannabis people, I do care about that a lot. Running a cannabis dispensary is kind of fucking easy work to me, so that's why I love doing those jobs. Set it and forget it. It's just going through the routines. It's making sure you get the things that have to be done. And then past that, it's relationship building. It's inventory building and control. And there's some aspects of it that are very nice, but I allowed somebody to they were trying to instill a fear in me by using their title, by using their position, whatever, to kind of bully me into certain places. And fuck you, I'll fight you over some. And that's exactly it. So you don't fear the boss, you fear losing your job. And that's, yeah. I think everybody feels they have to have a common denominator to fit. We do have a common denominator. We all do. I don't care what anybody says. Here's how I can tell. You ready? You, me, I, we. They, them, us. Every single one of us uses those words. What does that mean? That means we all are the same. Every one of us. is an I, a me, a we, and a they, a them, and us, or whatever the fuck it is. But and why does that matter? It's because there's a common denominator there. Every single one of us is a fucking saint. And I think that people in certain groups feel more prestigious than other people in other groups. I think that that's what the fight is. I think it's very animalistic. I'm not trying to hate. I think that there is a truth to what I'm saying though. When my team beats your team and I get to fucking walk around flexing at we won. Bro, you never played that sport in your life. You can't throw a ball 10 yards. How the fuck are you trying to? You ain't no we, dog. You didn't block anybody. You didn't score any points. There's no we. Okay? That's a we where there is a disconnect in the common denominator. Those people out there, let them go fucking do it, but it's Gladiator. It's getting so hyped up. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm part of it. My Gladiator won. He's the strongest. Now I'm part of the strongest group. And he holds the championship title and I cheered for him. Remember, I cheered for him. That's my guy, so I get to fucking stay at the top of the fucking echelon now. That's what all of this shit is. It's literally breads and circuses. They put on a show out here so that they can take the money out of your fucking pocket behind you. And I'm not saying that these things aren't exciting events. I'm not saying you shouldn't be part of it. I don't care. As long as you understand the divisiveness of what these things mean, how it actually does break some of that commonality. The power trip, and they know your whole livelihood depends on their decision and concepts of you, and they don't know you really know you. Well, and they don't really know you know you. Well, so the thing is, Connie, that's ego, okay? People's egos are tied very heavily to the way that they can describe themselves, okay? A lot of people are looking for this part of themselves. The title, the name, the thing that is, they can tangibly hold it in their hand. Oh, I'm a CEO. Oh, I have so much money. Oh, all of these things are measurable. You could put them between your fingers factored. You could pick it up and go, hey, look at this. This is me. Let me prove to you that I am. Well, what ends up happening when you're way out here, you're not protecting your chin back here. So the world can just come and punch you on the chin. And when you're flaunty about it and when you're egotistical about it and you take advantage of other people for it, eventually those people start going, I don't care about your fucking title. I don't care about how much money you got. I don't care about any of that shit. I need to be respected and understood. I'm giving as much and as equal I'm actually doing more work than you are to contribute towards the progress of this thing. Yet egotistically, you feel more empowered to it. And that empowerment, that ego, is what breaks a lot of people. I think if everybody had to be a laborer's apprentice and dig ditches, the world would be a better place. Yeah, I think so, Chris. I think also, too, if everybody went through different sectors, right? And I don't know that everybody can do it, but if you were a farmer, if you were a butcher, if you were a server, right? Somebody who fucking brought the stuff out for people and watched them consume, and you weren't the consumer all the time. I think that a lot of these things could be fucking unbelievably beneficial, right? I mean, but even then, like healthcare, right? If everybody had to go sit across from people who were debilitated by the conditions that they were going through, everybody would have a greater respect for themselves. And I think that that's where there's a massive disconnect. And people who get further up that scale, where they've never had a single bit of reality in their life, Everything has just been spoon-fed to them. They're just walking through this pie in the sky, and I'm not even hating on them. I don't really care. That's their existence. That's their truths and their facts. That's what they know. So that's them. But I think a lot of them would benefit from seeing somebody who's going through something, or be somebody who has to go through something. And I think that those jobs are great places to watch how the food that you fucking consume every day, that you have to consume, you got to eat every 3 days, or you fucking, what is it? No, I think it's 3 weeks for food, right? 3 minutes for air, 3 days for water, 3 weeks for food. So you got to eat all the fucking time. But if we knew where our food came from, if we knew what healthcare meant, or we saw people who were trying to help people going through debilitation, come on, man. Nobody would be these fucking egomaniac. And I'm not saying nobody, because some people just naturally kind of suck a little bit more. They learn differently. That's really it. Yeah. But I think a good way to learn, you just take a little puff of some here. Watch, let me show you. This, I think, a real common place is when we do one of these. Do one of those. Cheers to my friends. I love you all. That helps the communication and the understanding. People in groups suck? No. Groups who promote sucky people suck. You know what I mean? There's a little difference. Are you not entertained? That's the truth. Oh, do your dance. I'll throw dollar bills at you, Chris Frank. You're trying to entertain. Bro, those people that suck a little bit more are doctors. Please tell me if you think I'm wrong. I do not. No, I think the fucked up thing is, Chris, a doctor with an ego is the upper echelon of suck. An egoless doctor is one of the coolest fucking people in the world. And that's literally the distinction between what makes a doctor good and bad. An egoless doctor, more an empathetic doctor, right? Without an ego, greatest fucking people in the world. Because they literally spend an excessive amount of time trying to learn ways to help other people that they don't know. But they do know that the extremes of what they're going to have to help are fucking massive extremes, right? Like, there's some wild shit that goes on out there with our healths and shit, you know? So, kudos to those people for taking on that burden of things. And that maybe it's not I would imagine it to be it's not a burden. The weight of that, let's call it, okay? Because it's a heavy motherfucker, I would imagine, sometimes. Especially if you are egoless and empathetic. If you look at that other person as, I'm going to do everything I physically know. And I think that most of them do, even when they're egotistical. But you're absolutely right. I'll back you in what you're saying. Kind of like the old thing, walk a mile in my shoes. Well, and that's empathy to the T. I don't know that people nowadays can even... It's not even to walk a mile in your shoes. It's to understand that you could have a different view than me. I used to do this thing all the time back in the day. I don't know if all of you have been around for it, but if I drew a 6 in between us right now, okay, when I drew the 6, you would see it as a 9, okay? And I can, you know, I got these fucking things laying around here, so I can show you. Wow. I gotta, hold on, can't do that one. That's an old school, that's a bop right there. All right. So if I take this thing, take this big marker here, it's supposed to be for Land to do his sniffs with. Okay, I take this marker. It's green. Green fucking paper. Okay. Oh, we got pink here. All right, can we see the pink? We can. Now watch this. I promise you, I'm going to draw a 6. What does that look like to you, though? Is that like a 9? It looks like a squiggly, curly fucking 9, you know? But to me, it's a 6. And to you, it's a 9, okay? And we're just seeing it from different perspectives across the way from each other. Now, the thing dude, I gotta close this marker up and get cooked over here. Hold on. I'm being for real. It's crazy. All right. So, I look at this. Okay, you see the 9, I see the 6. If we start to talk about it, and I go, hey, I just drew a 6 on that paper, and you go, but I see it as a 9. If I can't walk around the fucking table enough to look at it and go, or even just flip it around in my space and go, wow, that actually does look like a fucking 9. Now look at, what about to you? Does that look like a 6? It does, doesn't it? So, dude, now I got to turn it back. Now, see, well, oh, wait, I do see the 6. Now I'm going, wait a minute, I see the 9. See, until we both agree that we see what the other one sees, there's no truth to it. There's no fact about it. In fact, what's crazy about this, and what we have to understand, is that this is just me and you having the conversation about it. We're going 9 and 6. What about if somebody came up from this direction and they saw it like this? Now what's it look like? Kind of like a skinny peen, right? What about if we saw it like this? Oh, maybe like a pipe, a little smoking pipe or something. Well, see, so the thing is, but I know that because I physically laid pen to paper, that this is a 6. It was intended to be a 6. But it's been interpreted as a couple of other things throughout the conversation. So wait a minute. Well, holy fuck, you know? That's what's going on in all of our lives. And unless you can fucking look from the other side of things, you're missing out on way too much. Hey, that's us. Or
People just walking in front of it like we ain't recording.
oh, CBD, baby. Mm-hmm.
Hey, it happens.
Visceral vibrations that time divides. Yeah, you 100%. That was you a few moments ago.
Can contribute to incompetence. It's far more likely that they are all in their own
Yeah.
worlds doing
Lauren, you guys are the best.
They're not paying attention to the world around them. And we all do it every day. Whether you are driving,
Cheers, friends.
walking down the street, all of our lives are just as complex as everybody else's. Everything you have going on, they have going on. Nobody else knows what everyone else is
No
going
way.
through.
I'll go back for you really quick.
People just walking in front of it like we ain't. Time is relative to my mind, and I know it may seem different to you and every other soul. When you walk through the door, our particles collide. When I'm with you,
I lose track of time.
when nuclear fusion, your energy.
And opposite attraction, but clarity.
They call us smash it up.
Yeah, 100%.
We're going interstellar to the edge of space. The force of gravity pulls me down, pulls me way down low. An alternative reality, but my mind is somewhere else to go.
But yeah, this is my, really, I think more than, hate is a catalyst for change. Love could be a bigger catalyst for change, though, you know? That's fucking awesome. Yeah, Keep reminding me. I just downloaded it. I can send it to you here in a minute. Or actually, send me your email address. Just text it to me really quick, and then I won't open it until later, and we'll go from there.
When you walk through the door, particles collide. When I'm with you, I lose track of time. We're nuclear fusion, cold energy, and opposite attraction. Magnetic polarity. They call us light shadows that sense accelerate. We're going interstellar to the edge of space. The force of gravity pulls me down, pulls me way down low. In an alternative reality, my mind is somewhere else to go. Electric rays of light.
Yeah, well, and Connie, I think the thing is, my recommendation when something, because I've seen this too many times, when a doctor says something to you that instills a minimal amount of fear at all, because nobody wants to hear that they're pre-diabetic or diabetic. They never want to hear that they've got cancer. There's like a lot, you don't want to hear that you have a condition. That's not anybody, right? But I often recommend people to try a second opinion from somebody. If you have the means of doing it, if your health care or your insurance allows you to, or you have the finances to do it, getting a second opinion is always a good idea. Not because the group is wrong or anything. It's just having multiple perspectives on a bigger situation like that is better. And if you're seeing consistencies from multiple places, and there's a better understanding. Because I think a lot of times we just don't understand what not us individually, well, kind of us individually, but like a lot of people don't understand what it means for some of these things to happen. But yeah, there's other ways too. This is like, Connie, if that's the truth, my genuine recommendation is, and this I will recommend because it's non-invasive and non-harmful. If you can find a source of CBD, I would recommend that you actually use CBD with consistency. Remember, I'm not a medical doctor. Remember, I'm not promising you anything. I'm recommending, under me seeing many other folks do really well with putting a CBD dose into their system regularly. And I used to have a really good source, but Sun Drenched Farms, but I think that they're going out of business. I don't know if he's fully gone or not. If Guapo's still here, he might know. I'm gonna look it up. Actually, currently, there's a chance that. Oh, currently the website is still up. Hold up. May I still order? Oh, I am 21. It's taken me a while to get past the RE21. I am. All are made fresh on a family farm. Oh, they're still. Yeah. Honestly, just a recommendation. Sun Drenched Farms, incredible product. Shipping was slower the last time I got mine too, but that is completely okay. They have some capsules that are phenomenal. Absolutely incredibly made. And an easier source to consistently dose with. But and if I would show you, but this has I've got a price tag on here, so I can't show you any of the stuff, but man, what a quality product. But CBD is very anti-tumoral. It's not that it retracts or takes away tumors typically, but it slows the progression of tumors if there is cancer present, right? Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, in that, then you're doing your due diligence. You're worth it to take the extra time.
She's so intense, probably bipolar or something.
Oh yeah, wow. How about this?
I think it's trauma. She always reeks like weed.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit more.
I think she's retarded or something.
Yeah, there's a couple of yours in here that come up pretty regularly. Fire. Yeah, there's a few product. This one I love. Sweet pea. I'll never stop singing the praises of sweet pea oil. The only drawback to sweet pea is the pricing on it. Because for the same cost between your sun-drenched farms and a sweet pea, you're literally getting like, what is it? Is it 6x? Or about, for probably even less price, actually. It is 6x. Oh no, never mind. He's got 30. Oh, okay. Available in 30s too. With the 60. Hold on, let me see. 60 count. 30 count. Okay, so yeah. So a 6x CBD concentration for the same price. For probably less of a price. It's hard to beat that. And it might even be 7 times. Because this is pure CBD, 200 milligrams per capsule, 6,000 milligrams per bottle. Sweet pea, you're getting 700 to 800 milligrams of CBD per container, and you're probably spending $50 plus tax. So you're 30% on that, so you're $65-ish. Here, I'm gonna do it right now. Ah, sign in. The fuck? Of course I'm not a robot. Let me in. I need to send Connie. I need to send this stuff to Con. What are you all doing to me? Here you are, friend. Bingo. 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 That's the one of them. I don't know that I could find sweet pea super fast. I mean, I'm sure that it's...
I don't know who to trust anymore. You or me.
Normal. Oh, North Aurora, Addison. Whether it's right or not, there seems to be some sources for this other one too. Let me see if they actually have this. Yes, I'm old. Out of stock. That's what I thought. Yes, I'm old enough. Sweet pea, out of stock. Son of a bitch. You know what's good about sweet pea oil? High in osamine, high in terpinolene. Couple of harder to find terpenoids. Where can one get sweet pea? I'm actually looking right now as we speak, brother. Holy crap-a-doodle. Says it's in stock. There's no way. There you go. Holy shit. Actually, You're not that far out, Chi-Town Hi-Fi. And they got it on the rec side, and it's on sale. Wait, what? Here, I'll send you this. This is in Addison. I don't know if you want it, but this is the one that I would... It's crazy to see it on sale. It's actually the same price now as the other one, 44 bones. Typically $58.85, which means it probably rounds up to $60 or whatever. Yep, EarthMed, Addison, and see if I can. Dude. How do I send it to you? Well, you're gonna have to look that one up on your own, brother. Sorry. Oh my god, yes. You let me know, Chi-Town. 100% whenever you want, I'll do it. I'm happy to talk to you about that stuff. I just found it, Mr. Rourke, out at EarthMed. EarthMed's an old school shop. They've been around forever, and they got pink lemonade. It's a 1 to 1-ish, a little bit higher CBD. They got a couple of high THC ones, and everything up there right now is 25% off, I guess. Yes. Yeah, sweet. No, I honestly, right now, Chi-Town, no joke, my recommendation to anybody looking for CBD is to hit up Sun Drenched Farms while it's still around and existing. And honestly, even better than that, consider stocking up as much as you can. If you've got a few extra bones to throw out there, an incredible fucking support, an incredible family. Oh, hell no. Waffle, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's funny that you say that, because that same very angry person, when they are not behind the scenes, is a fucking... I mean, yeah, there's some RBF, okay, but a nice person, dude. Very nice. Actually, I know them personally, so. Chi-Town, to a degree. I do believe that THC helps the binding process, or there are receptors at each one of them that will respond to a little bit better. But even then, the real talk might not be THC proper. It could be THCA. THCA is actually more anti-inflammatory than THC itself. So, can you find THCA on its own, though? That's a whole nother story. Hey, grandmas. And yes, as Guapo says, there is, like I said, it is also anti-inflammatory. So having both of them would then obviously be more beneficial. But some people can't handle the THC, or they can't take it because of drug tests or whatever it might be. So there are limitations for people who aren't willing to consume THC. Now, if people are willing to consume THC but don't want to get obliterated by it or get to the point of paranoid or anxious or whatever, then that's a whole nother talk, right? And we can make that happen through lower doses, or maybe even through different sourcing of, right? Where you take your big dose of CBD through the encapsulated form that you can purchase from Sundrenched, or you take the sweet pea oil, whatever it is. Dude, bingo! Eat the gas station weed instead of smoking it. It is a source of THCA and crunchy plant material. Whatever you're into, you can eat it if you want. I was just talking to friends the other day. Did any of you ever try to eat raw cannabis? We bought a pizza when we were younger and lifted up the whole like cheese layer and put weed down below on like the red part, the fucking sauce, and we ate it, and it was like real stemmy and dry and flaky inside there, and it was not good. It was fucking terrible. And one of my boys was like, "Oh, I think I feel high." I'm like, "I don't. Let's smoke a joint." But you know, now that I've come to grow up a little bit, I recognize that no, the fuck, we didn't feel high. We were trying to pretend that we did because we just ate way too much fucking weed. It was dumb as hell that we just wasted a fucking quad on a fucking pizza and we were so smart that we didn't just do one little piece, one little corner and try it out. Nah, we put the shit on the whole fucking pizza, dude. Bunch of dumbass kids trying to eat dried, dirty ass weed. Like a 1-to-1? No, I wouldn't even do a 1-to-1. I honestly believe that for somebody who's trying to use cannabis more medicinally and not trying to get intoxicated, using way higher abundances of CBD is far more beneficial. But having that dose enough of CBD or THC to maybe get that extra boost of both breakthrough therapies, all right? Because sitting there miserable with no actual feeling, as all of us know, if you've ever taken just raw CBD and just eaten big doses of CBD, there's no feeling to it. You don't all of a sudden go, whoa, I'm tingly in the cheeks, or I've got, my hands are a little clammy, or I've got this like, the breathing pattern has changed, or there's none of that. No, there is no other sensation of intoxication or inebriation. It is purely a lack of feeling something. So if we've reduced inflammation, we might go, wow, I feel really good right now because I don't feel the other thing, right? Like I don't feel inflammation, so it's nice to not feel that. Alyssa and Angelo, happy Thursday, my friends. Hello to you. Thank you guys for always coming in here and checking in. You're the fucking best. I hope y'all are doing well. I miss you guys. Yeah. I don't know. I think that in addition to just CBD or just THC, we should consider THCA. CBG is also anti-inflammatory. CBC is also anti-inflammatory. So if we go through all of the things, beta-caryophyllene is anti-inflammatory. So the entourage effect, the idea that there is a multitude of things that all are anti-inflammatory. Which one gives you the best response? Take your health in your own hands, right? Try a few things. What do you have access to? That's another great fucking question. But it's cool to see this stuff again. I do sometimes. Yeah, don't tell too many people, but I do miss dispensary life sometimes. There's an addiction to it. I tell everybody every time I go back into places, there's this love-hate thing that's going on where my heart, the passion that I have for people getting better through the use of the plant that I've used personally and felt benefits from, to be able to take my own experiences and to outwardly represent it in a way that benefits somebody else. I don't know, like the gratification you get from that, or for me, sometimes it like the actual human gratification, satisfaction to life means so much more than the fucking paycheck does. The paycheck means some cool things can happen and we get to go out and we get to fucking pay the bills and whatever, right? Okay, fine. And all that has to happen so there's an alleviation from that. Having excess money to go fuck off and do whatever I want whenever I want, great, that's awesome. But nothing comes close to finding a person who is looking for help and then being the person able to help them. So I do miss that aspect of the dispensary life. I do wish that I was like in a medical dispensary proper. None of them are just medical dispensaries anymore. All of them have a split med rec situation going on, but all right. And if you just type in Sweet Pea Oil Shelby County, a lot of places that have listed it before are there, and you can just click from site to site and go down and try and find, but I did find a few within a reasonable space. Is there really a difference these days between med and rec? No, it's literally the same products. The difference could be, okay, so on the rec side, they can't sell you an RSO that is, so they could sell you Sweet Pea in a full gram, but they can't sell you a full THC RSO over a half gram. Reason for it being is you're only allowed to, because it falls under an edible category on the rec side. On the medical side, it just falls under a weight limitation. So if you're a medical patient, you get 70.87 grams per 2 weeks, which is 2.5 ounces of flower material or edibles. Edibles count. Holy shit. Edibles count at a 10-to-1. All THC products, so like it's edibles, really. That's the main one. RSOs come under a different category, but those back in the day, an RSO, single gram of THC-rich RSO would charge your limit of 70.87. It would charge you 7 or 8 grams. So you could only buy 10 grams of oil per week, or per every 2 weeks. And if you're doing that Rick Simpson treatment with the grains of rice that you graduate to the point where you're literally consuming a gram of oil per day, you couldn't even fulfill your your treatment. So there is a possibility of extending your limitation, but no, there is really no difference. Not in product, at least. Product size and taxation rate. But it's not like they're formulating something more medicinal and putting it only for the medical side. They're not like, here's a 10,000 milligram CBD. There was one company that used to do it. I think it was Grassroots, maybe. Grassroots used to make a 10,000 milligram CBD tincture. But even then, you would theoretically, if they still made it, you would be able to purchase it on the rec side. So there is no difference. And like Shelby tries different formulations of some things, or they used to try more different formulations of things, but then they ended up selling all of them to both sides too. All right, Guapo, I appreciate you, brother. I will see you tomorrow for sure. I'll give you a call in the morning sometime. I got to go see my boy for a little bit, but I think I'm going to stop up to the course first and hang out with y'all. And Rick's protocol is more than super intense. I personally, again, and I don't know that it's... See, so here's the thing. I don't know that it's Rick Simpson's proper... I think that somebody in around his circle started to try to associate that as the means of consumption. But 1 grain of rice 3 times a day for 3 days or something like that, then 2 grains of rice 3 times a day, then 3 grains of rice and 4 grains of rice and some shit on. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on. Deny, go away. This one's a little bit less. This one says 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 grain of rice, 2 grain of rice, 3 grain of rice, 4 grain of rice. But the ones that I used to see, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I need to find this chart that I used to say. Cool, I got you, Guap. 600 day? No, fuck no, 60 day. Dude, you used to be able to find this fucker all over the place. Give me the goddamn 60 day. Hold on. Come on. That's poop. Rick Simpson protocol. Gradually increase dosage to reach 1 gram per day. Okay. Yeah, this one. Start with 1/4 of a syringe drop. Holy shit. Approximately half a grain of rice 3 times daily. Total daily dose approximately 0.08 grams. Week 2. Increase to a half syringe drop. A full grain of rice 3 times daily. Approximately 0.24 grams. Continue doubling the dose every 4 days until you reach the full 1 gram per day. Maintenance phase post 90 days. Objective: sustain with a monthly dose of 1 to 2 grams. 300 to 500 milligrams weekly.
The world was on fire, and no one could save me but you.
Yeah. Oh shit. I was reading this off of Farm True Full Spectrum Oil Cancer Treatment Guide. Um and again, this gets lumped in. The RSO, Rick Simpson, gets lumped in all the time. And this is just some other random company trying to fucking, they use his name because that's all they know. Yo! What, dude, what did that last message say that you retracted? Why do fucking people retract messages in here? 1 grains, 2 grains, 3 grains, 4. Um, Dude, I did not apply today. But is that who I'm supposed to, though? I'm supposed to talk to Nicole or what? What's crazy, I actually ran into a guy today at that place that I used to work for and was talking to him. And that's partially part of the reason I didn't also apply, but don't yell at me, dude. I fucking love you. All right? God damn. Just give him B rated. Oh, the chart. Stop it. All right, well, fine. I'll come in. Stop yelling at me. I feel like a ding. I don't feel like a dingus. Listen. All right. All right. Dude, can I be a cart girl? I can't. Well, I'm not a girl. Can I do the cart job? How do I get into that, dude? Will they let me do it? Dude, the hole-in-one's fucking nuts. I'm telling you, bro. I rode the high for a couple of things. Yeah, for real. Let me do it. I'm not even fucking around. I'm going in tomorrow to talk to her. I'll be there. Also, tomorrow, what are you doing? You gonna do the flex or no? Okay. Fine. Sorry. Ooh. Little angel fly. All right. You have a wedding tomorrow? Yeah, okay. I'm trying to... I just hit up Stilson to see if he's into it. Where Biz at? Biz, you still in here? What the fuck? Is it supposed to rain tomorrow? No, it's supposed to be beautiful. Where? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. First T-type of guy, dude. Yeah, I'm in. We're gonna make it happen. Oh, Jesus. Well, um, yeah. I'm gonna smoke some. What better to do? Hanging out with your friends. I just pulled the garbage over closer to me and it's got that fucking 6 that I drew on that sticky note in there. It reeks like marker. I think a lot of people. It'll end up being a good day. With the way I'm playing right now, all pins are birdie position. I couldn't even not laugh at myself when I said that shit, bro. All right, that was a bit aggressive. I've been playing okay. I've been getting off the tee a little bit better. Not as consistent, but man, when I'm doing it, it feels good. Come on, Stilson. Oh, duty. Dude, you know what? Now I gotta fucking see, is my PDGA number fucking up to date? Oh, yeah, I know Brett and Nora fine. I would absolutely do so for you, Ben. Dude, I gotta text this guy. Come on. Come on. Oh, you see? That's what I think I did. I might have got... well, I gotta look. Here's y'all. I'm gonna put this thing on. Get it heating up. I love y'all. Smoke one if you got them. Smoke them if you got them, because it's going down. All I really wanted was you. Oh, nice, man. I think I fucking participated in a flex that made me fucking up to date. Current through the 31st December 2026. Oh, dude. Fire. I'm gonna shoot a fucking 1,000 rated. Current rating 919. What a chump. No, not our dub leagues on Monday. Fucking Brent and Nora's. $883. My rating should be high. Only play fucking events at E. Career events, 49. Career wins, 6. Let's go back to me. Career events, 33. Career wins, One. One big one. Wow. I'm just going through some fucking PDJ stuff over here just so anybody wants to know. The old events. Look at the Duckman up there.
Something takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe,
I played 2 events the first year I had a thing. Took 24th and 26th place. 2020. Dude, there was one event that I didn't sanction myself in. 1016. I was trying to sit. Oh, I almost choked on myself. Wow, look at all these events I played. Bunch of flexes. Nope. Ain't on there. Dude, I won this thing out of fucking... Oh, whoa, look at this. First place, 5th place, Bodine. The old 218-184 himself, 869. Good rating. Mine was an 899. This is in history. Oh, wow. Look at way down here. Look at this one. Look at this name in 13th place. 872 plus 2. How the fuck does this man have an 872 rating from this round at plus 2? And I have an 899 rating at negative fucking 5. And Bodine has an 869 rating at fucking negative 1. What? What is this? This me over here? The goat? Well, how does this make sense? Or is this what our overall rating was at the time? This is not the rating for the event. Gotta be it, dude. Oh, round rating. Oh, there we go. Oh, a 952. Oh, an 864. This is our ratings. Look at that, 952. What a chump. What a sandbagger. Bodine 902. Broke the 9s. Yep. Thank you, brother. Way to come in all late after I've been sitting here looking like a doofus. Oh, it's all good. Oh, the real goat, Mike D. What a cool fucking, what a group. Tomorrow, let's see. A down 7 is 977. Down 8, 990. It could be all based off a bunch of different things. What's this? Down 9. That's what we need to shoot 1,000. We're gonna do it. Let's do it. No, we can't go to iOS 120. I actually broke it. What? The year before, year previous. Okay, 2024. iOS 2028? Or are you talking 2023, dude? You got me going all the way back here. I didn't play that. iOS 120 I did not play. I didn't play 120. Mad at 128. Go to 128. Oh, 891 and 861. That's me. Dude, how do I find iOS 120? All right, I'm gonna do it right now. MA3? You gotta imagine, right? Oh, look at this. Hold on. Show. Dude, show the round rating. 892, 944. Look at that guy. Bodine, top of the fucking tip top. Oh, this was a great year. This is where I met the missus at. This event right here. Even on Short Snake, one on the longs. That's a... Oh, that's not an everyday thing. That's tough to do. All right, friends. Don't let me choke anymore. Yeah. Sometimes good, sometimes shit. Yeah. Let's go to the old playlist here. We're gonna play. Listen to this great song. All right, we listen to this great song. While I tell you all that I love you. I hope you strike peace when you seek it. I hope you find love when you need it, and I hope you can cope when you feel it. Peacekeepers, love y'all. You're some of the greatest people I know. Don't ever forget.
Avocado, 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 potato, 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 potato.
Oh, listen to this song.
What the hell am I doing here?
I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts.
I wanna have control. I want a perfect body.
I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around.
You're
So fucking special.
I wish I was special.
Also, don't forget, Guapo, Ben Flood, Chi-Town Hi-Fi, Dudley Dawson, John Voight, Lawrence Astros, Connie Hadley, Mr. Roar, Chris Frank, Sean Whitney, Fly Guy Cards. How sick was that? A drop in from Jeff and Maria. Love my old fam. I miss you guys dearly. Guani Osinaco, the real young kin, Salsa Courier, Biz, and Alyssa and Angelo. We didn't get a sighting of the Gare Bear tonight. Fucking missed the Gare Bear. But I love y'all. I hope you have a good night. Don't ever forget this. Let me turn the music off so you remember.
Hey, fentanyl ain't no good. Hey, fentanyl ain't no good. Hey, fentanyl ain't no good.
Disgusting.
Donuts! I will see some of you tomorrow, and I will see some of you next Thursday. I appreciate you all. um, Mr. Rourke, you're a fucking hero for doing so. I'm sorry if I get into rants sometimes, but there was some good information through the middle of this, and I do feel like we solved some of the world's problems today. But ever want to talk about stuff, and I'm gonna come out, like I said, I'd love to get a therapy round in with you where you don't have to play. You can if you want to, if you want to chuck nice and gentle, but I'll come out, you walk around, let's get that fucking PT in, and let's hang and do a little chooching. Hey, love you too, brother. Fucking, I hope you have a great one as well. Atomic bong for the win, but also, Atomic going out and ball golfing sometime soon. I will let you know. We need to get that to happen. A little chooching and whatever. Ooh, Atomic bong. I was just cleared for work, so that means golf as well. Way to recover. It's probably that cannabis. Got a little bit of that anti-inflammatory. Hmm. God, I wish donuts. But yeah, let's all do some. Oh, the real young knight. I'm gonna figure out really soon. I sent that text. Oh, yeah, it might have been too late for the old man. He's a little eight. Does this feel like low quality AI? Extremely. Oh, it's fake, dude. All the responses going on over here. I just got a text message from the real young knight showing me the questionnaire down below that's asking him if he believes if this is feels like low quality AI. And god dang it, I sure am. Just low quality. Not AI though. Anywho, thank you all. Have a lovely night. I will see you all soon. And a lot of us got to do disc golfing, ball golfing, or chooching in the very near future. Please don't let it not happen. I love you all, and I will see you in the bye. Bye now.